Yo, what's up, guys? So today's vlog is small. Why a small house is not bad? Why? Because it's not really that bad, because I just earlier just watched like a documentary about the China. I think it was China, where I don't know which like province or state, but people there, spaghetti from the party. People there live in in like basically, for the lack of better term, drawers or closets. It's sad to hear, sad to see, but that's the truth of the matter. That's the situation. And when we take for granted the things we have. So I have a 40 square meter house. So, and people say, small, it's far away, small. I know we shouldn't be shouldn't limit ourselves, but that's the limit of our budget, of our money, especially if we don't rely on our family. So that's why this brings to me. That's why I will just rely, not really rely, but get some access from, you know, to stuff from my family. Pinoy spaghetti is just great. So so my uncle is telling me his land back in our old house, at the back of our old house. It's 580 square meters and about 200 square meters is water. But 300 square meters, that's or 380 square meters of land. I think that's a lot already. That's like maybe 20 units of this stuff, of this house. 10 or 20, I don't know. I don't want to do the math. So not bad. But the only problem is it's selling it to me for cheap, very very cheap. 580 square meters for very cheap. Just the only downside is there's no right of way, but you can ask, legally. Might have to pay for it, but there's a right of way next the next house, the next land to my other uncle's house. But my aunt is living there. It's where I lived my childhood a long time ago. There's a lot of memories that we want to avoid, and bad luck. But toxic people are everywhere. In the Philippines, squatters. And we've been here. There's squatters around. The problem might be the biggest problem there is might be thievery, squatters nearby, near the cemetery, and especially flood. But here, I'm far away from those, but I'm like an hour and a half commute to the city, which is insane. So I'm also sick and tired of commuting. I could buy a house near my sibling, but that's just like 45 minutes away from the city. Where I could buy my uncle's land, and it's just like 15 to 20 minutes away from the city. 15 to the next biggest mall, and then maybe 30 minutes to the city. Let's just have it that commute. If you don't commute, 15 maybe 15 20. if you have your own vehicle, motorcycle. So at least there, at least there my friends can visit me without much problem. I don't want to live life alone anymore. But this place, this far away place, is only one I can afford cash. I don't want to pay rent. You know. Why not just stay in my uncle's house? I have an idea. Why not just stay in my uncle's house next to the property? My other uncle I want to buy, but the problem is, the house is dilapidated, 30 years. But at least there, I'm near the city. Like right now I'm bored, depressed. So if I was there, I could just go to the city with no problem. Go to that bar, whatever restaurant, get some air easily. I can get some air here, but there's nothing to visit here. Nothing here to see. So it's like my third house, and it's not the charm sometimes. So yeah, so I just have to check out the property maybe tomorrow and see how manageable it is. Maybe I just have to invest a little more to increase the height of the house, the foundation. My friends can visit me more often. If flood, I think we can come up with a solution to that. Raise the house, stuff like that. Uh, Prepare some anti-flood measures. The cake, the cake went tumbling. So yeah, but I have to go through constructing a house again. It's insane. I hate it. Just a cheap house. Just with a roof and a stone wall, a cement wall. I don't want it to be finished like this. It's funny I had to finish this house, but I'm not the one living in it. Where I can rent this house out. Or sell it. Maybe rent it, then sell it later. I don't know. Nice option to serve. No, it's better. It's just better to have a social life, than be alone. Be alone, blocking people, deleting people, you know, not understanding people, not giving people a second and third chances. maybe sell this house and trade it for that house. Maybe sell this house and build extra rooms to be rented. I don't know. Finally, I don't have a bad hair day anymore. Sometimes hair gets dry. Anyway, yeah, so doing these videos, when I'm talking, I think it's really great to talk while eating. That's why people have dinner together. So conversation is better. But sometimes, but I just don't want to like eat and talk about problems. Even though I'm coming up with solutions to them because it's like I feel like I'm eating negativity when there's problems. But yeah, I'm coming up with solutions. So that's why there's like a lunch meeting to eat while thinking and planning. And I think that's my best chance to live in the city. I'm in the city, more opportunities. It's basically more opportunities, more friends, more social life, more happiness, rather than staying here and sleeping all day, doing YouTube all day, sleeping all day. Exercise, but I'm too old for martial arts, for high impact high level martial arts. I'm too old, too heavy, getting old. So there's just a time, when our body just won't be able to catch up to our brains. So that's why basketball players retire. So I should be retiring right now. So yeah, so I think I'll take the risk. At least if I'm just bored, just get out of the house, and I can get back quickly. People can come visit me more often. If they need help, they can. I'm a lot more accessible. I can help them. If a friend told me that he needs help, but my house is far away. But he has a motorcycle, but it's still gonna be difficult for both of us. Also, maybe more relationships if I'm back in the city. I don't know. Because toxic people will be everywhere anyway. So, you pass them by anyway, every day. They're everywhere. So, toxic people, squatters. If only those toxic people and those squatters like don't bother me, I won't be complaining. If there's nothing to complain about, I will not complain about it because there's nothing to complain about. But people don't change. Yeah, maybe it's just cheap, or a very cheap price. I could get a house there. So my aunt told me, the wife of the owner of the property, told me that we were super close. I was adopted. I lived in their house when I was a kid. I was cute. So there, there, my aunt said, I can build a home while I just paid the down payment. So I need to like canvas the cost with the minimum cost as possible, so that I can just stay there. Maybe something like this. I feel like I think the floor area here is like maybe a 30 square meter like studio like this with a bathroom is fine. So I think think of the cost, as minimum cost as possible. So yeah, no roofing, no ceiling, what you call it in English, the kisame. No wood on the roofing, no cover, just bare, maybe some insulation, just some bare, bare roofing. Maybe just stay there forever. At least I will have a right of way. Maybe that might be enough, I guess. Because I will be in the city. I'm getting older, so as much as I hate some people, I want to avoid them, but at least, you know, just like like 2 days ago, I was in a meeting with our karate organization and we are setting up dojos. So I was happy. I was around people. We're eating food. We're planning. I have a purpose. I volunteer, and there's like a chance that we get paid some allowances. I think at least I will be something. I have a purpose. Although it's time consuming, but I will just like manage the time. So I will just tell them 2 to 3 times a week max. Because we're short on manpower and they want me to go full time. you know. So maybe I just go back there and live and start over again, and build the house. Even though it's small and ugly, it's not finished. I will not paint it, but at least I'm in the city. That's most important. I'm sick and tired of living far away, of being a millennial and living far away. I'm sick and tired of it. Living far away. The only place I can afford cash. It's not even cheap. But yeah, I think I wanted to back out, but at least I still have time to think. I still have enough money for the down payment to my uncle. But at least I'm able to have some time to think. If it's flood, well, it might be manageable. So I just have to raise everything. Outlets, I have to raise them higher. I have to raise the outlets higher. I have to raise the house higher. So no extension cords on the ground. No appliances on the ground. Okay, yeah. That's just life. That's life. I don't know. I will putting. They're telling me. I'll be putting myself under a lot of stress with the flood in the area that's with what you call this, with thieves. Yeah, but it's like 300 square meters. That's a lot of land. There's a lot you can do with 300 square meters, and there's a lot of freedom with that. So maybe I'll just secure the house. I just get a dog. And if I get robbed, so be it. So, but maybe I'll just have to secure the house. So I think I have secured my houses well for the since the past. But not much I can do. So always wanted peace and quiet away from people. But now I have it. Careful what you wish for. So I wasted a lot of money here. And then I will be so much stress again to get it back. And I will be in stress again to build the house. But maybe it's worth the risk. We won't know until we try. That's why people get divorced and remarry and divorce again, remarry because we have to try. We have to try. We have to take the risk. It also involves using a lot of money. But yeah, so for now, maybe I'll do something else.